Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm actually coming at you with a bit of a different video to talk about something that I think needs more awareness and an issue that is very much close to me because it affects me pretty significantly. So not many people may know that October is Eczema Awareness Month, and not enough people talk about this, but believe it or not, 3 million people in the United States suffer from this condition. So that's a pretty good chunk of people, and I'm sure that everybody probably knows someone that has this. And it is basically what it is. It is a minor to severe, in some scenarios, skin condition that is generally caused by an autoimmune issue where your immune system will attack itself. And so the general medical definition of eczema is inflammation of the skin. So a lot of times people that suffer from this will have very itchy, red, dry, flaky patches on their skin. It can kind of be compared to psoriasis or things of that nature. And there's really no defined cause of this. There can be millions of things: allergies, diet, your environment, stress, anxiety, pretty much anything can cause it. So if it can cause inflammation, it can cause eczema. Not everybody is prone to it. It does run in my family. Many of my relatives do have it, as well as, you know, it's not contagious at all. It looks gross, but it's not necessarily something that you can catch from another person at all. It's all within you. So I would like to discuss that, and I'll tell you like my story very briefly, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into some of the products that I have used that I found are safe for me, so that maybe people that suffer from the same situations can have an idea of something that might be safe for them, because I know there was not a whole lot of information when I was looking for it, and there's a lot of like false information. My disclaimer is that everyone is different. Not everybody, oh, I have a cat. Hello. She is very curious about what's going on right now. But not everybody is the same. Not everything will work for the same people. Everybody has different triggers. So that being said, some of the ingredients that are safe for me may not be safe for everyone. So the key is to always check ingredient labels. Always, always, always. Also, some people, you know, triggers may be dairy, gluten. Gluten is a trigger for me. Cats, dogs, certain trees. Get your tail. Things like that can be triggers for people. So I had eczema when I was a child, and it would go away, or I'd just get like a little bit on my arms or something like that. Nothing like what it had been, until I actually turned about 21 and it became severe. There were many things that I think triggered it. I was not used to being around cats, so that was part of it. I also had started multiple new jobs that had different environments that probably weren't the greatest for me. You know, very old buildings. One actually did have cats, so that was kind of a situation that I found was not really right for me. Also, there is an ingredient in many cosmetics. It's in a lot of foods. It is the main ingredient in antifreeze that goes in your car. The main ingredient in any sort of vape, juice, or e-cigarette that I find causes me to flare extremely, and that is called propylene glycol, also known as propanediol. And so both of those cause me extreme flares and contact dermatitis. So I believe it was like October of 2018, I had a severe flare. And if I can, I'll insert a picture so you guys can kind of see what it looked like. So I was absolutely covered, like 95% of my body was covered. I had it everywhere, all over my arms, my legs, my face was terrible. My hands would get so dry they would crack and bleed. I mean, it was just miserable, and it was like that for about a year. Doctors generally prescribe steroids, oral steroids, prednisone for it, which is not always the best case scenario. Prednisone usually ended up making me a lot sicker, and it would come back worse. So that was not necessarily the best thing for me. I did end up finding a drug called Dupixent. It is very expensive, and so my insurance does not cover it all the time. So I'm only allowed to get so many doses of it per year. So that has been what has really helped clear everything. I am barefaced today, so you guys can kind of see what it's like right now for me. Obviously I'm much more clear than I normally was for that past like year and a half of how things were. So I had been on Dupixent from October of 2019 until now. I took my last dose that my insurance would pay for last weekend. So I may start to flare. I'll be able to get it back in January. And so that has been something that's really stressful for me, but I'm coping with topicals and other things and just really being careful about what I put near my skin or put in my body. And that is a learning curve for everyone. So I just kind of take it a day at a time, and I think there are a lot of people that have to do the same. Unfortunately, with the way medical insurance is, it is very difficult sometimes to get things that you need. So it is what it is, and we cope with it and we move on. So that being said, I will go ahead and get into the products. If you guys have questions, want me to go more in depth with any of that, I'm happy to. I'm happy to answer questions or talk about my experience, and what has worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. I have tried a million things. And so if you have a question about something, ask, because I probably have tried it. And so yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of show you like what's going on with my face right now. I am relatively clear right now. You can see I have like just a little bit right there. And I do have it, my hands look pretty good, but you can see there's like redness right there and a little bit of dryness. I do try to do like a gel polish, which is what I have right now. It's kind of sparkly, if you guys can see. Or I used to do acrylics religiously. Like if I can afford to do it, I like to do that, because when you do get itchy, I have a lot of trouble itching at night. You can't break the skin or pick at it. And so that really has helped me, because I won't know that I'm doing that when I'm asleep. So that's definitely a good tip for anybody that's just really like tearing themselves up. That makes it really hard. I do have like some scarring and stuff on my arms from where I recently had some issues, and they're going away. So we just kind of have to, like when I have a flare, I treat it to the best of my ability and get that gone. And then, you know, when it comes back, you treat it again. It's an endless cycle. The Dupixent that I was on is an injection bi-weekly, and I would give that to myself in the stomach. I couldn't do it initially, so my aunt did help me do it for a couple of months, and that was wonderful. She was so generous to do that. And so whenever COVID happened, I said, you know what, I can do this myself, and I started doing it myself. And it is rough at first, but it gets better. It gets better. So that has been a blessing. It does have some weird side effects, but nothing that's unbearable. Nothing compared to actually having the terrible flares itself. So that being said, we will go ahead and get right into it. So I'm gonna run through the skincare that I have found works the best for me. All of these products are free of the propylene glycol and the propanediol, because obviously I can't use it. It will cause me severe contact dermatitis, which is terrible. So yeah, so I'll start with skincare, then I'll talk about like what I use in the shower and everyday type stuff, and then I have like just a few like basic makeup products. I'm not going to get into the makeup a whole lot today. If that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know, because I would love to talk about it a little bit more, but I just didn't think it was great to get into right this minute. So starting out, we'll talk about moisturizers. So I have a lot of like different high-end things as well as drugstore, because sometimes I'm poor. So I like to keep things cheap if I can. My high-end moisturizer that I usually use is the Origins Ginzing Oil-Free Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. If you've ever used this, it smells amazing. It smells like fresh oranges, which I love. It's very light on the skin. It is not drying like I find that some moisturizers are, but it is also very like, it doesn't make me feel oily at all. It's like a gel, which I absolutely love. I like to use this one in the mornings when I wake up because I find that the smell kind of wakes me up. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it does. It's like a good glass of orange juice. So this is the one I use in the morning, which I really like. This has been my go-to, my holy grail. I love it. I know some skincare experts talk about not liking this one because it has a lot of fragrance in it, which I know is bad, but it is something that works for me with my special skin. So it may not be for everyone if you're sensitive to fragrances. So definitely take that into consideration before purchasing this, but it is great. I think it's like $32 a thing, and it does last a really long time. So this is my holy grail moisturizer. Next, I have what I would call dupes for it, but they're kind of different. And I like them just the same, if not more, actually. So I have the Neutrogena Hydro Boost water gel with hyaluronic acid. I love this. I use it at night, and I usually use this if I have some sort of medicated cream. I put it on after I put on the medicated cream. Sometimes I do have to use that to kind of calm or start initiating healing if I have broken skin. So this is absolutely wonderful. I really like it. However, when I went to Meijer to pick up another thing of it, because this one is empty, they did not have it. They had the Meijer brand moisturizing gel, which has the exact same ingredients, and I almost like it a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is almost exactly the same. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it's just like this blue gel. I think it's really great. I've been using it and my skin's actually improved. So before I was just using the Ginzing until I could pick up another thing of this, because things are hard to go get right now during all the virus nonsense, and so I hadn't picked it up, and I was just using the Origins one, and I went and picked that up. My skin like calmed really quickly. So I do think it is really good to use a different moisturizer in the morning than what you're using at night. I've heard that that is good, and I found that it's good. It is what it is, so I'm not really sure. Sometimes when I have to, I do use a little bit of cortisone cream. I don't use very much because cortisone cream is not great for you, but if I'm having just a really stubborn issue, I will put a little bit on it. This is the Cerave cortisone cream. They don't really carry this in stores from what I have seen. I have purchased this on Amazon, and it helps a lot, and it is the, I believe, 0.01 cortisone cream on there. So it is a very, very low amount of cortisone cream, so I feel a little bit more comfortable using it. I do have a prescription for a 2.5% whenever I need it, and so sometimes I do use that because sometimes you just have to, but I try not to become dependent on these because they do cause other issues if you are dependent on them. So there's that. Couple other skincare products that I really love is I have two different exfoliants that I find are really good. So the first is the facial radiance pads by First Aid Beauty. I actually got these in a BoxyCharm, and I have a love-hate relationship with First Aid Beauty because sometimes they have bad ingredients in it, and sometimes they're great. And this one actually is really good. My skin feels really soft after I use this, and it's just like they're little pads, and I actually do like cut them in half, or you know, even quarter them, because I only use them on certain spots. Like if I find that I have a pimple or something, especially wearing a mask all the time, then I'll just like kind of spot treat it for that, and it goes right away. My skin feels amazing. So I do really like these. I recommend these. Another brand I really love, I generally don't have any qualms, is Purlisse. And this is the Watermelon Energizing 2-minute polishing peel. I use this religiously when my skin was peeling because it was gentle enough to kind of get rid of all that, as well as make my face feel very smooth. It doesn't have any bad ingredients. It smells amazing. If you like the smell of watermelon, this is the stuff. It's just kind of got like a little bit of a grit to it. This is a brand new bottle of it that I just got. You leave it on for 2 minutes, you wipe it off, and everything's good. It's great. I really love this stuff. I highly recommend it. It is kind of pricey. It's more on the higher end of things, but it is definitely worth it. I'll open it up and show you guys the bottle so you can see. There. Sorry, it's very reflective. But that is that. I love this stuff. It is wonderful. Highly recommend that. Then I also have a go-to that I absolutely love. It is the Origins Hello Calm Relaxing and Hydrating Face Mask with Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It does kind of have a very earthy smell. However, highly recommend, because let me tell you, so when I was having severe eczema on my face, I would put this on before I go to sleep at night, and you leave it on for 10 minutes and then you just rub the rest in, so it's not like a wash off situation. And this would calm the itch or the burn that I was experiencing immediately. It was the best. It was the only way I could get to sleep. I would put this on before bed and it would just take it away. I mean, this stuff is phenomenal. It really felt calming. I'm not really sure what ingredient in here makes that happen, but I think that anybody that has any sort of inflammation or anything needs to try this out, because this is really good stuff. It has helped me tremendously. So yeah, this is great. I've repurchased it. I got a sample of it. I used the sample and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed until I could get everything out of the sample. And so this is a repurchase. It is a little bit pricier, but I do really like Origins. I think that they are a great brand. You have to be careful because they do have a lot of fragrance sometimes for unnecessary reasons, but this one is a product that I really do stand behind and I recommend to everyone. Next, I do have a couple facial cleansers. So I have one that I've recently gotten that I've used a couple times after shooting videos that I really like. So far, I haven't had any issues with it. It is the Go-To Fancy Face Nourishing Oil Cleanser. If you guys watched my Ipsy unboxing a couple videos ago, I actually got this in a Glam Bag Plus. It was chosen for me. I did not choose it, and I absolutely love it. It smells good. It doesn't cause a flare. It's not overly oily, but it gets all the makeup off. This stuff is great. Yeah, it comes like that. It's just a little oil cleanser. Absolutely great. I had not found an oil cleanser that I really liked until that one. So that's a plus on that. Let me get out everything in order here. Next, so when I'm having more oily skin, because I do tend to have oily skin when I'm not flaring, when I'm having oily skin, I need something a little bit more gentle, but to still kind of remove all the bad stuff so I don't get acne. And so this is kind of expensive. So I normally, if I can, get on Ipsy the sample sizes. I've been living off those. I do plan to buy a full size someday, but it just hasn't happened yet. But this is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. If you watch Hiram's skincare channel on YouTube, he swears by this stuff and I love it. I love the smell. It is very kale-y, so just keep that in mind. But it is so gentle. It doesn't take anything that I need away. It doesn't dry me out at all. And it gets rid of the acne. It's perfect. It's really good. And then lastly, if I'm not having oily skin, but I just like feel like my face is dirty, I need to wash it, I need to get things off of it, I've been around something that feels dirty, I will use this. It is the Purlisse Blue Lotus 4-in-1 Cleansing Milk. It is not drying at all whatsoever. It is actually kind of hydrating. It's a milky cleanser, and so I know a lot of people that have dry skin have to use milky cleansers, and that is what this is. This is absolutely wonderful. I love this stuff. I got it as a sample in an Ipsy bag a while back. I repurchased the big one. It is pricier, worth every penny. But if you are an Ipsy subscriber, sometimes they run this full size for $12, but normally it's like $32, so definitely check into that. Like I said, I love the brand Purlisse. The Blue Lotus stuff has really worked for me, so that's great. Moving right along, I will now kind of talk about like my everyday stuff that I use, as well as like shower stuff. So to start with, I use a lot of stuff from Trader Joe's because I find that their ingredients are pretty friendly. First things first, I'm sorry, it's kind of dirty, but this is the hand soap that I use. It is the Pink Pomelo Grapefruit hand soap. It smells absolutely amazing, and it doesn't dry my hands out at all. The ingredients are very simple. They're all just like normal ingredients. I believe this bottle is $3.99, so it's very affordable. So if you have access to a Trader Joe's, I highly recommend this stuff. It's great. I have been using other hand soaps, and I found that they kind of dried me out, and my hands are definitely a problem area for me, and so that has been a blessing for sure. Also, I use a lot of hand cream because unfortunately with the pandemic and everything happening, I do sanitize a lot, as well as I find that I need to wash my hands a lot. Not that I didn't wash them before, but it's more so, and my hands get very dry in the winter. So my go-to is normally the Burts Bees Orange Blossom and Pistachio. I just personally really like the smell of this. I like citrusy smells, but I have used the other ones of this, and they're all great. All of them are wonderful. As you can see, I have really used this one. I believe it's like $4.99 at any drugstore. I really like all of Burt's Bees stuff for the most part, but this is like my favorite Burt's Bees product is their hand creams. They're wonderful. I put them on before I go to bed, and it works just dandy. This is another one that I got in an Ipsy bag. It's called Delectable Butter Balm Hand Cream. I have used this and repurchased another bottle of it. It is triple citrus blend, so it's also the citrusy smell, but I really appreciate that. So there's that. Next, we'll get into kind of my shower and hair care stuff. So after I get out of the shower, I have to moisturize my whole body, because if I don't, it will get dry, and that's where a lot of eczema starts, is with dry skin. So this is my go-to. I get a big bottle of it. It is the Vaseline Intensive Care Essential Healing. It smells good. I have used the Aloe one, and I like that one as well. I haven't tried any of the others besides this one and the Aloe one, but they are great. They go on really smooth. They don't leave your body feeling greasy at all. So that is that. For like body wash and shaving cream. So my shaving cream, I use Trader Joe's Shave, and this is the Moisturizing Cream Shave for men and women, honey mango with aloe vera and vitamin E. It is paraben free and 100% vegetarian. Love this stuff. It smells really good, and it goes on smooth. It's like a gel. So, and it doesn't cause any sort of itching or anything like that, and it feels really good when you shave. It really helps get a clean shave as well. Next, I used to use like oil of Olay on my body, and now I just use like a natural bar soap. and I use this on the hard to get areas such as my pits or any other crannies. This is Energize with citrus zest. I've also used the one that is like coconut, and both are really good. I like Old Spice. It's pretty friendly to me. I actually use this because I ran out of my body wash. My boyfriend had something like this, and that really worked for me, so I keep buying it. So that's the body wash I usually use. Next, I do have a small disclaimer. So for feminine products, I know this is not necessarily the best, most recommended feminine product. However, given my situation, I have to use what doesn't break me out. And so this particular product does not break me out in the feminine region. So I use it and it helps. It is not necessarily for everyone, but it is the Summer's Eve 5-in-1 Blissful Escape Cleansing Wash. So if you're having troubles down there, maybe try this. It works for me. I know it's not for everyone. So there's that. Hair. So I do tend to get a dry scalp, flaky. I have scalp eczema, and I didn't know how to deal with it, so I ended up having really short hair for a little while. I have since kind of learned how to cope with it, and it's gotten a lot better. Sometimes, depending on the season, it's worse, like when it's hot. I don't know why, but that is what it is. So I'll show you guys the shampoo and conditioners and things that I use. Since I have curly hair, I use a lot of like leave-in conditioners and stuff like that. So my go-to every day is the Selsun Blue Moisturizing for dry scalp. It has aloe vera in it. I like this one because it does not smell as strong as the other one. The other one would leave your hair kind of smelling gross. So I wasn't about that. So this is the one I use, and it takes the itch right away. It's great. For conditioner daily, I accidentally bought this on Amazon thinking it was the leave-in, and it wasn't, but I really like it. So I think I will actually continue to purchase it. It is the Marc Anthony True Professional 100% extra virgin coconut oil and shea butter hydrating conditioner. It smells really good. It feels really good on my hair. I like it. It doesn't seem like it weighs my hair down too much, so there's that. A couple other shampoos and conditioners that I really swear by are the Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle. They are wonderful. They help my hair grow, as well as they don't cause any dandruff or anything like that. It is kind of tingly. It smells really good. So I really like both of these. They are $3.99 a piece at Trader Joe's. So if you have a Trader Joe's, definitely go check it out because these are great. Highly recommend if you're trying to grow your hair out or stimulate growth. Then for my leave-in product, this is it. It's what I thought I was buying when I bought that conditioner. I got this in an Ipsy bag and I really like it. I do not love the spray thing, so I actually just spray it in my hand and then put it on. But it is the same thing, except it's the leave-in conditioner basically, and it helps detangle the hair as well as keep it from getting too frizzy. So I really like this. Another item I got in an Ipsy bag that I really love is this Pure Brazilian deep conditioning mask. So I usually like put this on, leave it in for about 20 minutes, and then I wash it out, and it makes my hair feel really soft and healthy. So I love this stuff. I will probably repurchase it in a bigger size once I run out, but really I've had this for a couple months and it doesn't take a whole lot. I do have really thin hair my hair falls out really bad. So if you have thicker hair, you might need a little bit more than me, but I like this product. So finally, I'm gonna move into just a couple basic makeup products. Not a whole lot of like exciting makeup products, but just the basics to like kind of get you awake during the day. If you guys are interested in hearing about more makeup products that are good with my skin, let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. So first I will start with foundation and concealer. I had initially purchased the Burts Bees foundation. I didn't really love the way it looked on my skin, but it did work for me. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But this is the one that I'm really loving right now. It is the Tarte Found Sealer Multitasking Foundation. I purchased this in a 22N, and I actually think I need a bit of a lighter shade. Like, this is fine for right now, but I'm gonna probably purchase it in a little bit lighter later. So this was the $15 one. They do go for like 30, but it just goes on so nicely and it looks so smooth. And when I had a lot of texture on my skin, it covered it completely. So I really, really like this stuff. I hope they don't discontinue it because I'll be really sad. For my concealer, I have the Morphe concealer that I got in an Ipsy bag. This is full sized. I use it to prime my eyeshadow, as well as my under eyes, and any like blemishes I have. I love this stuff. I think it's great. It's super affordable too. Highly recommend. I think it's really good. I am interested in trying the e.l.f. that is supposedly a dupe for this, because it's even more affordable, but I haven't yet because I just really like this one. So then I have an eyeliner that I really like. You can use, and I have before, the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Love that one. Also love the Ciate London Angel Eyes liner. This is the one I'm currently using. It's the Il Makiage black liner. I'll show you guys the tip. That's what she looks like. I do also use the Revlon, I believe it's called Color Stay, but I could be wrong about that. But the Revlon liquid liner I used for years, and I like that one too. This is a little bit higher end. Got an Ipsy bag, really am liking it. And it hasn't caused any issues for me. Great. Then I have a couple of mascaras. On the higher end of things, we have Thrive Cosmetics. In a lot of the eczema groups I'm in online, they rave about this stuff. It's great. It is kind of like, it encases your eyelashes, and so there is kind of a trick to getting it off. So you kind of have to hold your eyes with warm water for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it comes right off. But you have to kind of loosen that up first. And so there was a learning curve to this, but I really like this stuff. It is pretty. If you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, I just kind of stumbled upon this Maybelline, the Falsies Volume Express mascara, and I don't hate it. I really don't. I like it. And this is the brush or the wand, which is fine. Like, it's fine. It gets the job done, so it's good. And it is affordable. So if you're looking for that, maybe try this one. I haven't tried a whole lot of other drugstore brands because most of them, the ingredients are not Sophia friendly. So I have to find things that are. I will show you the wand for that. So yeah. So I'm sorry that this is not my normal content, but it was something that I felt like in October I should talk about. If you guys are curious, you have any questions, you know somebody that experiences this, you just want to talk about it, please feel free to reach out to me on any of my social medias. I'm happy to talk about it. I know whenever I was going through a really hard time with it, I felt very alone, very isolated. And so please, please, please don't feel that way. If you're going through any type of crazy weird skin condition or anything else for that matter, please reach out to me. I'm happy to discuss it. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys and all of your support. And so if you like this video, please subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear more about. If you want to hear more about it, or if you want me to shut up about it, that's fine too. Let me know. Check out my Instagram at so.sophie, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.